Where's all my people at? It's been a minute since I've been on a live. I'm doing my mile walk that I always do. I want to tap in with everybody. It's been a minute since I've been live, so let's see who comes on. Today is election day. Oh, today is the day the world changes. The world ends. It either changes or it ends, right? Every 4 years, it's the same old, same old. But, see who's on here. I want to tap in, say what's up to everybody. See how everybody's been. It's actually a nice night. It's not that cold. Can see the city pretty clearly, actually. Samboy, what's up, fool? I think I'm gonna bring back the lives more often. As far as like content, I don't know. I gotta rethink what I want to do with content. I'm chilling, just walking. What's up, bro? Yeah, I'm thinking about bringing back my lives. I don't know about content right now. I might hold back on the content for a little bit, but I'm thinking about bringing back the lives. Maybe the live with Jay and stuff like that. I gotta revive my channel. I know I took a break. I just had a lot of things I had to do, take care of. Sometimes life happens, So what's up? Who's out there? Yeah, I'm thinking about I'm probably gonna bring them back for sure. I just the only reason I stopped doing content, panel. The reason I stopped doing the content was because I don't know, I just had a lot of things I had to do. Life caught up to me a little bit, so I don't know, sometimes it's just hard to balance it, bro. I shouldn't have stopped the lives, though. I should have kept the lives going. Kind of regret it now, but oh well. What's good? Yeah, but today's election day. Oh my god, election day. Every 4 years, same old bullshit. Who's excited for election day? Today is the day that motherfuckers complain about things being expensive, life not being this way, and they end up voting for some fucking idiot. Either way, who ends up doing the same shit. Then they're crying about voting. No, they start crying about how the person didn't do what he said he was gonna do. And then the next year comes around. Oh, we gotta vote for the lesser of the two evils. You know what I mean? And I don't know. It's just a vicious cycle. I think politics are becoming like the new religion in the U.S. You feel me? And I'm not some vote. I actually voted. I voted early, but I don't make a big deal about it. I would say vote, especially in your local elections. I always say be aware who's in charge of your city council, of your school board, local things that are gonna affect you for sure. I always say get involved in that, or at least pay attention. But as far as presidential and all that, I mean, I'm not saying don't vote, but don't be disappointed at the outcome. That's all. Don't make it a religion. Don't make it, Something where you become enemies with your families and your friends because you're so fucking caught up. And these politicians who don't even give a fuck about you to begin with. Let's face it. They don't care about you. They care about their donors, bro. And their donors are usually big corporations, war companies, military industrial complex. That's who they care about. All of them. Even Trump himself, I don't get this whole thing, like rednecks. Some poor redneck that lives in a trailer trash park thinking that Trump is going to somehow save him when Trump is a fucking billionaire. Trump has never went to sleep hungry in his life. Trump doesn't know what it's like to not be able to pay your bills. He never will, and he never has. And he doesn't give a fuck about those who have. People want to sit here and act like, oh, they care. I don't know. Maybe he's on here, or maybe he'll get on here in a little bit. But it's just and let's talk about Kamala, the cop. Kamala, I'm not sure how you pronounce her name. Bragged about locking up parents because they didn't send their kids to school, and supported all kinds of shit to put people in jail. And now she's Mrs. Liberal. Slept her way to the top, possibly. So, you know how it goes. Give her this exciting for her. At least she's a woman. At least she looked good. And it's just something different. I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. The lesser of two evils. What's up, Al? How you been? Hey, Al, I was remembering some people were telling me about how Richmond used to be. And I was kind of remembering some things that I remember. I'm going to ask you, when, Al, if you're listening, when did they build the 580? Because a couple people told me that it wasn't there before. They used to have to take the street to get to the San Rafael Bridge. Is that true? Because I don't remember that. I think by the time I came out this way, it was already built up. So that had to have been late 80s, early 90s when they built it? Because I wasn't in this area till 2000. But I came here before that many times. But I don't remember. I can't remember if there was a 580 was there. I'm talking about 580 by Cutting. Trying to remember. Taking a walk in the countryside. Oh, Montel, you know what? It's weird. Montalban, I remember. Montalban, I do remember something. When did they build Richmond Parkway by Montalban? That I don't remember. I kind of remember when they were building it, kind of. But again, I wasn't in this area yet at that time. But I do remember going to Montalban years ago. And I remember there used to be a shopping center right when you would enter Montalban. Right there on, I forget the name of that street. There used to be I think a grocery store or something right when you were going to Montalban. It was like a parking lot. I think now it's a storage place. But I remember that. I remember it was still there for a few years. Madeline. Yeah, I remember that. And then I think I kind of remember when you go down San Pablo, where Nations is. I kind of remember that being a grocery store at one point. Maybe like in the mid 90s or maybe late 80s too. I might have. Because I used to come down to the Richmond area with my dad. He had a lot of friends out here. I like Ben Davis. Chinese food. I just remember there was a grocery store, I think, there. I don't remember what it was called, though. All right, I got another question. Listen, because I go there all the time. When you go down San Pablo, there's a path down past Mount Calvin, past Shamrock, past what's that? Shamrock. What's the next street? Terra Hills. There's a shopping center right there, kind of by the big old tires. Spouse Rick's. I might remember that. So there's a shopping center. I think the shopping center is called Del Monte Shopping Center. And there's an O'Reilly's there. There used to be a 99-cent. Now it's a Dollar Tree. I think there's a Chinese place there. What was there before where the 99-cent was? I remember it being something else a long time ago, but I can't remember. Was it a grocery store? Was it like I don't remember what it was. What was it before? You know me, I'm a historian where I like to see what was around before my time. You know me, I'm a weirdo. I love history. Thrift store. Okay. So when did they build well, you know what I remember too in Pinole, where Mel's is, where Mel's and Panda Express, that little shopping center right there. That used to be a movie theater. I remember taking a couple of broads there to see a movie. Right there in Pinole. You remember that? It used to be right there where Mel's is now, and there's a Panda Express, the Century 9, yeah. And then when I first moved here, bro, because I went to see was I living here yet? Maybe I wasn't. I was messing around with this girl in Richmond, and we went to go see the Titanic at the fucking Hilltop Mall when they had a movie theater at Hilltop. You remember that? That was like 98 or something like that. I think I was living in Oakland at that point. But I used to know some females out here, and they used to live around like kind of like Leroy Heights, like in that area. You know what I'm talking about. I can't remember if it was a dollar movie. Maybe it was. I just remember it was a movie theater. Yeah, but I knew these females I used to mess with. They used to live over there in the Leroy Heights area. Over there off of Stanton and Palmer and I forget the other streets called. And then there was a view up there. It was dope. Like on the top of not Mount Calvin, the top of that Leroy Heights, there's a little area where you can see the whole fucking Bay Area up there. Yeah, I think I remember that. I think they did have a little click there. I wasn't a big player. I've always been pretty confident. Even now, being overweight and shit, I still confidently talk to females. I'm not scared to talk to them. What are they gonna do, bite me? Sometimes I think being older, overweight now, sometimes I get a little unconfident, but still, I'm still pretty confident. Okay. I knew a white dude. He was cool. He used to, and this other dude, I think he was Puerto Rican from Leroy Heights. I met them through them females. One was named James. I can't remember what they called him. And another dude was named Louis. They were hella cool. I remember. I still run into Louis sometimes. They're shortcuts. What's up? I was talking about politics before. Now I'm trying to get. I'm talking to L. Trying to get a. Looks nice. Look, a view of the bay. Yeah, I was talking about politics earlier. Talking with Al about how Richmond used to be, like before I got here, this area. So, hey, Al, if you're still on, so what year? This is the one I don't remember at all because it's always been there as long as I've been here. What year did they build the shopping center where Target is? You know what I'm talking about? Target is where, oh, off of, what's that? Fitzgerald? Where Target is, where Burlington Coat Factory is, Staples. What year did they build that shopping center? That can't remember, bro. I think it was already here when I got here. And what was there before? Was it nothing? Oh, West Pittsburgh. Yeah, I've been up that way. One Creeping Middle School. It was dirt. What year did they build it? So it was just like an empty lot, huh? I'm not sure. It probably won't be till tomorrow once they count everything. So it was a big ass field, so there was nothing there. Huh? Can you drive over there, or it was just blocked off? Really, was it 2000? And it was probably brand new when I moved here, because I did move here in 2000 to this area. I remember there used to be a Mervin's, because I used to know somebody that used to work there back then. There was a Mervin's and there was something else, but I can't remember what. Montalban. No, I didn't know you grew up in Montalban. I wasn't growing up there. There used to be a lot of widows there before, wasn't it? Where I was told. At Longhorn Steakhouse. Whack 100. Oh, okay, so it was basically nothing. That's crazy. So they developed that whole thing then, shit. But the other shopping centers there though, right? The one where Lucky's is. I think I do remember that one. I think I remember that shopping center in the 80s or early 90s. I remember going there one couple times. Nah, but like growing up in Montalban, late 80s, early 90s, what was that like, bro? Curious what that neighborhood was like. Somebody told me there used to be a lot of weddles here before. Or maybe there was a lot of raza by then too, but that's what some OG told me one time. J for Prez. Nobody a lot of... Oh, California! Make that fool. He recognized me too. But yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, fucking elections every 4 years. It was the Chicano boys in the hood coming from the mission. Oh yeah, I think the first time I ever went to Montalban, I think we went to see a house there. It was probably like late '90s, bro. And but you know what? No, I think no, I take that back. I think the first time I went to Montalban was in the '80s, bro. Sometime in the '80s, because I remember it. I remember that shopping center used to be in front of Montalban Manor. I think because I told you my dad, he knew a lot of people. My mom did too in this area. That's one of the reasons we live out in this area. So yeah. But no, the first time I could remember going in Montalban was like '98. I want to say we were checking out a house. So right there on San Pablo and so right there on San Pablo and Richmond Parkway, where that intersection I'm assuming didn't exist before. It was just nothing there, right? So what's up, Shorty? What you been up to? Shortcut. So did you vote in this election, Shorts? Who voted? I actually did vote this time. I voted early though. But I'm not making a big fucking deal about it. It's the same shit. Regardless of who I voted for. It's just the same shit every year, man. It's amazing. Every 4 fucking years. It's sad how like politics has become the new religion to a degree. Yeah, I get just been busy. I'm thinking about bringing the lives back. Right, oh, that was Dirt 2 by West County. Yeah, I don't remember that, bro. I don't remember what it looked like there before uh, Richmond Parkway. Yeah, I did a milk ballot too a while ago. I for sure didn't vote for no fucking Donald Duck. Nah, ain't never no fucking Civil War. It is a Civil War, bro. They're gonna get their fucking asses handed to them, bro. We fucking live in a military industrial complex run country, bro. You think they're gonna let a couple of rednecks with fucking guns start a civil war? I mean, anything's possible, but they're gonna have a hard battle, I'll tell you that. Maybe at best, guerrilla warfare, maybe. That would probably be the only thing I could picture. Like a couple of, but then like think about it. Like just think about it. If a couple of rednecks try to start, like, I don't know, just say they took over something with guns and they were like, you know, we're doing this because we want to restore this, blah, blah, blah. All it's going to take is the media to fucking assassinate them before they even get physically assassinated. The media is just going to completely turn on them. And then after that, once the media obliterates them, the military's going to come in, or the government's going to come in and take care of the rest. And that's just the reality, man. They did it to every group in history. They did it to the Black Panthers. They did it to Chicano groups. Why wouldn't they do it to them? Dave, we went and got an egg roll. You voted, Julio? Did you vote for the lesser of the two evils? I'm so sick of that fucking stupid, tired-ass argument. The lesser of two evils. I mean, do you guys agree that politics is becoming like the new religion? It's like people get so dogmatic about it, you know. The thing that I can't understand, okay, this is when you know politics is a cancer. When people fight or even like friendships, you know, get broken off. You know what I mean? Like I've literally seen people break off a friendship. People that known each other for years, and they break off a friendship because I don't know. Just say they agree on 99% of things, but one little thing they had a disagreement. Now they're enemies. Like what the fuck, for reals? Or families fighting over politics. It's like it's ridiculous. I'm so glad that none of my family's like that. Exactly. That's what I was saying. Like the thing I don't get about the Trumpers is they think that Trump is somehow cares about them. Not to say that Kamala cares about anyone, but the cop, Trump wants to be a cop, and they think that Trump cares about them. Trump is an elitist billionaire from New York. He's a Yankee. What's he gonna give a fuck about anybody? That fool never woke up hungry or went to bed hungry or couldn't pay his lights. And he doesn't give a flying fuck about anyone that can't pay their lights anyway. So, I don't know. Yeah, I agree, Julio. I agree. I feel the same way. Uh, his lights got poor him. You know, he should have learned how to keep a job. He should have learned how to keep a job. I'm not gonna go save him. That's a pretty bad Trump imitation. Kamala wanna be in Hollywood. Kamala doesn't irritate me as bad, but there's things about her I don't like, you know. But she doesn't irritate me. Trump God, that guy fucking irritates the fuck out of me. Like, he's annoying. And it's just weird how people don't see right through him. Like, I see right through Trump and Kamala. I see right through both of them. You know? They're all fucking same shit. They just give a fuck. All they care about, like I said earlier, they care about profits. They care about their donors. And they care about corporations and the military-industrial complex, war profits. I used to go to MAGA church. Yeah, I mean, that's stupid to mix in politics with religion. I mean, that's because, like I said, it's becoming a new religion. Each other right now. But yeah, I'm not saying who I voted for, but I didn't vote for bitch-ass Trump. Sorry, if you're a Trumper, oh well. I am not a fan of those MAGA retards. Those fools are just a fucking cult. That's all they are at this point. Maybe in the past I could have given them leeway, but now just a fucking cult. Let's just call it for what it is. The Trump can do no wrong. Trump can old ladies in it, and they'll be like, oh, we'll still vote for him. Do what he had to do. He had to get rid of those old ladies. I mean, it's gotten to that point. It literally has. Trump can do some things with underage girls, and they still would support him. They would be like, oh, well, you know, those girls, they should have known better. They didn't look their age. So once it becomes like that, that's scary. That's pretty fucking scary, if you ask me. Because at that point, you're blindly following someone without thinking. You know what I mean? And that's not to say that liberals aren't the same. You know what I mean? Not all liberals, but, you know, not going to say all conservatives are like that, but that's not to say that liberals aren't the same. Liberals, too, they have that cultish personality big time. You know? Epstein. Oh, yeah, he's connected to that somehow, right? I really don't know, but I think I might have heard something like that. So it's like once it becomes a cult, once it becomes like he can do no wrong, he's God. Yeah, that's pretty scary, bro. I don't know if it is to you, but to me it is. As someone who knows the history of politics, it's pretty fucking scary. Because that's like how Hitler got into power. And I know I don't want to hear people say, oh, why are you comparing him to Hitler? I'm not necessarily comparing him to Hitler, but I see the parallels, you know? And believe me, I wasn't really one of those Trump is a Nazi type, but some of his rhetoric is not good. Some of his followers are going down that path too, you know? I don't know. I'm thinking about bringing the lives back soon, bro. I've been sleeping on the channel too long. Content. I'm iffy on content. And the reason I'm iffy on content is because I just got tired of the same old drama. Same old drama. And if I come back with content, I'll still do maybe some of the drama stuff here and there. But I'm definitely going to sway away from it more. And go back to my old principles of talking about history, talking about issues, talking about politics a little bit, talking about, different things. Yeah, that's true. That's what keeps the channel going are the shorts. Shorts just take a few seconds to make. So those are easy to make, and those are the ones that keep the money flowing right now, at least. But yeah, I gotta start doing the lives again. I gotta start content. I don't know. Content. I really don't want to be involved with people's drama anymore. Well, I never was, but I don't want to be talking about drama all the time. It's fun and it makes money and it brings views for sure, but it gets kind of sick and tiring. Like I haven't watched any of those channels, any of them, American Cholo, none of them, in a while. Probably about 4 or 5 months. No, yeah, probably, let me see. About 3 or 4 months. You're always, yeah, I mean, because I'm a DoorDasher, bro. I'm always different places, and I'm a musician too. You never know where I'm gonna be. Or tour the city's Blaze, Funktown in the house. Yeah, man. I went to school in Funktown. I went to Franklin Elementary. Right there, right down the street from the main area of Funktown. So yeah, I know the area real well. I remember all that. I remember when the Mexican movie theater, well, I don't know if you're old enough to remember that, but I remember when the Mexican movie theater used to be on East 12, La Estrellita, right there on 5th and East 12. Victor's Bar was down there. Orale, yeah, I know where Tenth and Foothill. That's right down the street from Franklin. I never lived in Funktown. I went to school in Franklin. It's a long story, but I was supposed to go to Lazier because I grew up right by Jingletown, but I ended up going to Franklin at the time. So I used to take the AC Transit to 84 down that way. That was back in the days. That was late 80s, man. That's when all the Funktown crew was still around. I don't know if Flowers wasn't around anymore at that time. Not Flowers. His name Flowers? No. What was his name? Mickey Mo. I don't know if he was still around at that time. He might have been, but I do remember hearing about a lot of that stuff. Oh, they used to have the gang too down there, the Wino Park gang. Their barrio used to be around Clinton Square Park. Right across the street from the old Mexican movie theater. Yeah, but I remember all that area. Hella shoeless Asians. I remember that's when trying to take over, bro. You know what I mean? I remember that area still had a lot of Rasa, bro. There was a lot of Rasa and blacks in that area. And then the Asians were starting to come in deep, bro, in the late 80s. A lot of Vietnamese and Cambodians. Yeah, OTC. I don't know if the Asian Crips were around yet, though, in the late 80s. I think they were more around in the early 90s, early and mid 90s. But I'm just saying, like, a lot of refugees were coming in from, like, Vietnam and Cambodia at the time. And yeah, I remember they were getting deep in that area. Before that, there used to be a lot of Rasa there, especially around like by Las Caicas, by the old movie theater, by Clinton Park. There used to be a lot of blacks too, some white people too, and then the Asians came in deep, hella deep. That whole area became like, I remember people started calling it New Chinatown at one point. I remember Franklin a couple of times getting into it with the Asians. There used to be little fights between the Latinos and the Asians. And that's where all that originated, Shortcuts. Where that idiot made up that saying that some shoeless Asian was chasing them with a gun or something. It came from that because at that time we were like lightweight funking with the little Asian kids. But we were kids. It wasn't like funking like bad. It was just like little fights here and there. It wasn't like racial riots or nothing like that, or people getting shot. You know, I was elementary school. But definitely there were a few fights. You know what I mean? No, I lived on East 7th Street, but I know where Glasscock is. What a name, huh? Glasscock was nothing, if I remember right. It was just all industrial back then. It was all factories. And I think that's where the railroad tracks, they're still there in the middle of the street. The train passes by there. There's Glasscock, there's Ford Street, there's East 7th Street, Chapman Street, there's Patterson, and I think there might have been a couple of houses, but it was only a couple, like 3 or 4 houses on that whole block. Oh, and the SPCA used to be there too. No, it wasn't on Glasscock. Yeah, Glasscock and Lancaster, I think. But yeah, you know Glasscock Street, huh? Oh yeah, you were there in the hood one time, huh? The hood I've never been to. Yeah, they moved it to Jingletown. You remember Shortcuts when it used to be right there, right? Right off like between Ford and Glasscock on Lancaster. The original SPCA. Dog Pound. But yeah, man. Duke Donuts. Yeah, I remember the dog pound. You always hear dogs barking all the time when you'd walk by there. Yeah, I kind of remember it did smell, huh? I never took broads behind the dog pound. I used to take them down there by the bay, down there by the water. That's where I used to kick it with broads. Near there, I got... Back then it was quiet though. No one used to go back there at night. There were no JCACs or none of that back then. It was chill. What was his name? I don't remember. But yeah, that was hell long ago. But yeah, I remember like the dog pound and all the other stuff that was around there back then. Sometimes it did. I remember when it was low tide, it would smell kind of fishy, kind of. Hella people used to fish there, so there was always like dead fish carcasses everywhere, so it always smelled fishy around there all the time. Yeah, I remember low tide, you used to be able to go down there and kick it. I remember that. I remember kicking it down there when they had low tide. We used to kick it in the bridge too. We used to go under the Fruitvale Bridge back then when it was low tide. A couple times we got yelled at by the dude in the bridge, in the little bridge house. What do they call that, bridge tender? I think that's what they call those guys that work in the bridge. You know what I was remembering too, shortcuts? You remember back then? I don't think they do it anymore. I haven't heard it when I've been around there. But remember back then when the bridge would open, they used to have an alarm that would go off. You remember that, or was it already gone by the time you got there? It was hella loud. You used to be able to hear it through the whole neighborhood. It was like a horn. It was like to warn people the bridge was about to open. You remember that, shortcuts? Or maybe by the time you lived there, they might have took it out. Well, but the last time I was over there and the bridge was opening, I didn't hear that horn go off anymore. So they must, I'm assuming they must have took it off. Oh, I said, do you remember back in the days when the Fruitvale and Park Street Bridge used to have a loud horn that used to go off before the bridge would open? Now, I don't know, maybe they took it out by the time you lived there, but when I lived there, they had this long horn, this old loud horn. It used to go like, brrr. It was hella loud, and you used to hear it through the whole neighborhood. Yeah, I remember. I used to hear it all the time. Sometimes it was kind of faded where I was at, but you could hear it. Yeah, I don't think they have it anymore, because last time I was by the bridge and it went up, I didn't hear it. So I'm assuming they took it out. But yeah, I remember that when I was a kid. They used to have the horn that used to go off. Oh shit, what's up, Dubad? How you been? What's up, pimp? I played there the other day, Marin, at you know where Pickleweed Park is? I played an event there. They had a big event, Big Day of the Dead, right there in the canal mine. That was last Saturday. Yeah, I remember it, fool. I think they took it out though, like I said, because I don't hear it. Yeah, I played over there last Saturday, bro. There's some good money there. They paid good, bro. I can't lie. The organizers there paid us pretty good. Puro Bears! What's up, Chris? Hey, Chris, I'm thinking about bringing back the lives. Maybe not content at the moment, but I'll probably bring back the live for sure. My channel's been dormant. My voice is fucked up though. I can't really talk because I was busy all weekend singing, bro. So my voice is a little gone. That's why my voice sounds a little raspy. Duke Beasley. Yeah, but I played there the other day at Pickleweed Park. Trump, is he? I don't know. I keep hearing different things. Earlier, they were saying Kamala had a slight win. I don't know. They won't know until probably tomorrow, bro. They're not gonna know tonight because it's probably a close race. It's probably gonna go up and down. I'm sure. Well, if Trump wins, hopefully the fucking MAGA cult shut the fuck up finally. Those motherfuckers are annoying. Here at Beach. Yeah, I don't think it's probably hard to say right now because the polling places still haven't closed in the West Coast. But who knows? Maybe by tonight we'll know. Or I think we're not really gonna know till tomorrow, probably. Yeah, those fools. I was saying earlier, fool, like those MAGA fools are like a cult now, bro. They're weird. Skinkson. There's Mirror Beach. I think there's one called Magnera Beach or I forget, Magnamara Beach or something like that in Marin. Magnears, something like that. There's a polling station right there. Look, see one? There's one right in front of me. I don't know. To me, those MAGA fools are like a cult now, bro. It's like Trump can do no wrong in their eyes. You know what I mean? Trump is perfect in every way. Trump can burn down a building full of old ladies, and Trump is still God, regardless. Their excuse would be like, well, you know, they were old. Who cares? That literally would be their excuse. I was saying earlier, even if like Trump did some chomo shit, they still would excuse it, bro. They still would forgive him. They probably say some shit like, oh, well, you know, those girls deserved it because they were dressing provocative and they weren't acting their age, and how was Trump supposed to know? That would be the excuse. Something like that. But it's the truth, bro. Once it becomes that cultish, anything, that's when there's a problem. And it's not to say that liberals aren't a cult either. A lot of them are cultish too. Yeah, some stupid thing. Trump is God, though. To these guys, it's like the second coming of Jesus. You know what I mean? Literally. I swear to God, Chris, they would make that excuse, bro. They would say some fuck shit like that, most likely. Yeah, politics are becoming a real serious problem in this country, bro. That's why I decided a long time ago to just become kind of apolitical. I mean, I'm still political, but I don't take a side anymore. I can't. It'll drive me nuts, you know? I think, like I said before, I'm always kind of going to be liberal in some ways, but I think I see myself more as a center, you know? I don't take any side. I'll take the side I agree with, you know? Start silver. They'll probably be protesting shit if he wins, I'm sure. I'm assuming. But then the problem with if he wins, the problem with both sides, if he wins, the liberals are going to be cultish. They're going to have Trump derangement syndrome. And if he loses, the MAGA are going to be cultish and going crazy and threatening civil war and, you know, have Kamala derangement syndrome too. So it's like like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. Your family would hate me then because I'd be talking shit about both sides. When you talk shit about both sides and they can't argue with you, it's almost like their head's gonna explode because they can't understand why is this guy not taking a side? Why? And then they try. So like if I argued with a Republican, he would say I'm a liberal, but then I said I'm not a liberal because I'm not a Democrat and I'm not on the liberal side. I don't like Kamala and I don't like Trump. He would still try to put me on the liberal thing, but he wouldn't know where to put me. It'll come down that I'm a terrorist, I'm a communist, I'm un-American. And then if I did the same thing with liberals and I went center with my argument, they would try to say, oh, you're a MAGA, you're a Republican, you're a fascist, you're a this. Even though I'll tell them I don't agree with either side. So like you said, so it becomes, they don't know how to argue it. It's like it blows their mind, you know? Like, how can he not take a side? How dare he? The only thing I could say is on certain issues, I'll leave it at this. I'm not stressed out about this election. I don't even give a fuck about it. To me, it's just another 4 years of bullshit. People that are stressed out about it because they have no life. You know what I mean? No disrespect to your family. I'm just saying in general. Like, because they have no life. There's life outside fucking politics, man. And that's just what it is. It's like, I have a life. I don't have time to worry about Donald Trump or fucking Kamala Harris. They got money. They're going to be okay. I'm not. I got to work my ass off every day to survive. And whoever's in office is not going to change that. They're going to continue to screw us more and more, regardless of who it is. And that's how it is. And that's what people need to understand, you know? But no, I'm not a Trumper, and I didn't vote for that motherfucker. So before anyone tried to put me in that category, I'm not. I don't give a fuck about that fucking idiot. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, I didn't even know who he was, bro. How many people out there knew who he was? I didn't know who he was. I remember hearing his name when I was a kid, and I knew he was some kind of rich guy, but I wouldn't have been able to point him out to you. I didn't know what he looked like. I mean, because I was a kid, you know. Then when I was a teenager, I might have heard. I think I remember hearing his name, but I was too busy being a teenager. I didn't give a fuck about, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's the first time I really ever seen him was in a Celebrity Apprentice. Before that, I think I had heard his name, but I didn't know who he was. Even after Celebrity Apprentice, I didn't really know who he was. You know what I mean? I didn't know who he was. When he said he was running for president, I didn't even take it serious. I didn't even, you know what I mean? I thought it was just some, you know, and maybe it was. I thought it was just him joking around, you know what I mean? Saying he was going to run for president. I don't think he really thought he was going to win, bro. And it turned into something he wasn't expecting. I think he was just doing it as a joke, you know? Ralph, if he would have run, maybe I would have voted for him. Better than the other two idiots. Ralph Nader is a Muslim. You know that, right? He's Arabic. A lot of people don't know that. They think he's a white guy. Nader is not a white last name. That's an Arabic last name. He's Lebanese. I don't know if you knew that, Julio. If you don't believe me, look it up. Ralph Nader, he's like he's an old school like political. He was kind of like me in a way. He kind of criticized both sides. He was like a politician, but he was like, he kind of would you know, he didn't like the Democrats or the Republicans, and he would always run for third party, like Green Party and different parties. He ran for a lot of years. I think he's still alive. If he is alive, he's hella old now. I don't think he's running anymore. He has to be probably in his 80s or 90s. But yeah, Ralph Nader, he's Arabic. A lot of people don't know that, you know. But hey, y'all, I got stuff I got to do. I just came out here to do my mile walk. You know, I try to get one in every other day. For one, the doctor recommended it. For two, I need to do them for my health, and you know, I'll probably start running too eventually. Right now, I'm not in shape to run, but I probably will start running soon. I used to run before, but yeah, man. Other than that, and then now that winter's coming, I think I'm gonna start hitting the gym for sure again. But yeah, I was out here doing my walk. It's election night. Just wanted to talk a little bit about politics, say what's up to everybody. You know what I mean? I guess we'll find out tomorrow if Trump or Kamala is going to be president. I have no clue. But other than that, I gotta go. I got stuff I gotta do. I definitely probably will bring the lives back eventually, for sure. As far as content, I don't know yet. That's probably going to take a little bit longer for me to bring back, but definitely I'll bring back the lives. You know what I mean? I got to get my channel active again. All right, y'all, you got to be safe. Late.